Claire, your environment looks a little different today.
Yeah, we're in moving mode at the moment. Hopefully next week we'll be on the move to our new house. But yes, it's getting crowded and chaotic. And all of my yoga stuff is amongst boxes and in storage. I don't have I have my mat, but I don't have my manuals or materials. So,
For teaching the 200-hour training.
which I'm leading tonight.
Great. Okay, let's find out how you can deliver this training and how it makes your life a little bit easier, even when life is hard. Welcome to the Yoga Trainer Fast Track.
We help experienced yoga teachers become trainers in their very own yoga teacher training school.
If you wish it was easier to have your own training,
Like and subscribe to get free resources. Let's get started. It's not like it's any easier for you because I'm noticing your hair is quite fancy today.
I got a hairdo because Padampreet and I are attending a big wedding this week, and there's festivities every single day of this week. So yeah, it's been a little chaotic here too, with lots of driving and visiting and seeing lots of people, and plus working. It's helped that we have pre-planned the training and the delivery, and I thought it would be interesting to show people how we planned it and then how we're making it work now that we're in the midst of the training. This is a little spreadsheet we created, and can you see it okay, Claire?
I can, and you do love your spreadsheets.
I love a good spreadsheet. I mean, I get a little excited about a spreadsheet. It might be weird for some people. We had already set our early bird prices, so we've moved on from that. And now we got to our delivery. And we had picked our dates, and I had actually made this spreadsheet and just marked in like all the different holidays that we would want to avoid. We set up the days of the week and our hours, and we started to calculate our hours. These used to be populated with numbers, and we had a running total. And then once we had found the right numbers, we just went back in and used the spreadsheet and assigned different people to teach it. So because of the way we delivered it last week, we actually combined two classes. And this is, I think, the flexibility of the trainer lesson plans. So last week, we wanted to finish by a certain date. So we combined two of the trainer lesson plans, and I delivered 1 4-hour segment in person. And then we gave 1 4-hour segment as homework for the students to do. And we had that flexibility with the trainer lesson plan. So I really like that about it. And then we knew that this was the wedding week. So Claire, you're teaching this week. You've done a nice job getting your boxes all ready for this big week, Claire's moving week.
That's why your name and Padampreet's name
Yeah.
are in those boxes.
Yeah.
Like you said, life gets really busy. And when you're thinking about delivering a 200-hour training, it can be incredibly time consuming. Some people do it in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. In the past, I've taken as long as a year to deliver a 200-hour training. And you need to be organized. And it's so great to have the trainer lesson plans complete, because that way you can literally look at what am I teaching, review it the night before, or in my case, the day of, because I am teaching tonight. I know that I'm teaching class 6 tonight. So all I have to do is hop on over into the Yoga Trainer Fast Track. And there's a whole bunch of resources, but the ones I'm specifically looking for are the trainer lesson plans for the Enlightened Life module. It's right here, where we house it here digitally. And as I mentioned, it's so difficult for me having all of my teaching resources in storage. I am a paper, tangible, touchy type of person, but thank goodness we can deliver this online because I've got digital copies of everything, and so does everybody who uses the Yoga Trainer Fast Track. I can see here I'm delivering some information about the niyamas. We are moving into the second limb of yoga. And essentially what I'll do is I'll take a look. I know that of this 4 hours that I'm teaching tonight, the first hour is going to be spent on yoga philosophy. We're looking at the niyamas. We've got the page number of the manual in the printed version. We've got the page number of the PDF because I need to reference the PDF quickly. And then I would just reference the manual, see what it says there, get my head around what I want to say about that, because as a trainer, I'm going to need to bring in some details and some information. I do move around the manual quite a bit. We're starting on page 16 and then we're skipping right to page 86. So the delivery doesn't read like a novel from front to back as we're working through the manual, but it's because after an hour of yoga philosophy, we actually want to get the students into some techniques, training, and practice. So we move into some posture analysis, we move into a lesson plan, and then we move into some work that they're doing. I'm so jealous you have.
I do. I have a printed manual here. And actually, you've taught this course a number of times. This is actually my first time actually delivering the training. So it does take me a little more than a day because I haven't delivered it, even though I wrote the manual with you. But what I do is I have my printed manual here, and this is from last week actually when I taught. I just take my I refer to my trainer lesson plans and I have a bunch of notes there. And then I just put tabs in chronological, or I guess in the order that I'm going to be delivering them. So I know this is the first page we're doing. And once we finish doing that, so this is about time management, then I know this is the next one down. So we're going to go to that one. So if you notice, it's the next one down. We're coming back to it at the end because that's how people learn. But I've got this one at the bottom because this is going to be the last one in order. And then when I teach next time, I'll just remove all these Post-it notes and I'll put them on the pages in the order going down the pages that we're going to be delivering them. And what's really cool about it, Claire, was actually when last week when I combined the two lesson plans, each little chunk that you showed, like where we have the philosophy, where we have the yoga part, every 4-hour section, we have people moving, we have people reflecting, learning philosophy, but we have the ability to switch it. Like we can tell our students like, okay, we're going to do the movement first and bump that up to the top. So there's so much flexibility in how you can deliver the trainer lesson plans.
Yeah, there really is. And honestly, we're even in 3 different time zones the way that we're delivering it. We've got students on the west coast of Canada. We've got a student and myself over here on the east coast, and then the bulk of everybody is located centrally. So that was a big factor. Do we start with movement so that people can eat afterwards? Is that too late for some of us to eat? You know, you have the flexibility to play with that. Essentially, everything in the manual is laid out for you in the trainer lesson plans. You can move those around to suit your needs and make it work for you, as long as at the end of the module, or even on a bigger scope at the end of the 200-hour training, everything is accounted for and everything is taught. You've got the flexibility to do that. I've got a digital version. I do prefer a hard copy, but I can go right to, you know, the page number. I can see it here, the table of contents. You can search it by topic. You can bookmark your PDF so you can find those pages in a similar way to the way that you did it with your tab. I just now referenced that beautifully laid out lesson plan. And then I find the page in my manual. I take a look at it. I consider what it is that I want to share as a trainer in addition to what's in the manual. Students ask questions, and that's how we lead our teacher training. It's done for you.
Yeah, so this week you're teaching Tuesday and Thursday for our schedule, and you'll still have boxes all around you. Next time we see you, you will be moved into your new location. I'm so glad that this yoga teacher training isn't adding more stress to your life.
No, honestly, it allows me to continue doing the work that I love to do, even when life is interrupted and chaotic. So that only works because it's so organized, it's done for you, it's ready to teach. That's a little sneak peek inside how the Yoga Trainer Fast Track works and how you can deliver it.